Hope you're all well. So today I am going to go over the left hand part for Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So first things first, make sure that you're in G major, which has an F sharp in it. So if you're normally in E flat major, you need your E, F, A and B levers up. And if you're in C major, you just need your F sharp levers up for this. So I'm going to start off by playing the arrangement of Somewhere Over the Rainbow again, and try and pay more attention to what the left hand is doing this time, and it will help you when we start learning it. So here we go. Okay, so that was the arrangement there for you with the left hand. Let's start off by going over the little introduction that I made up at the start. So, for this introduction, both hands are placed on a G major triad. So G, B and D, using your third, second and first finger. Okay, so left hand just starting on the G triad below middle C, and right hand starting on the G triad above middle C. Okay, and I'm just playing these as separate notes at first. So like that. Okay. Now the next part is a C first inversion chord, but the third finger isn't actually on C. Okay, it's an inversion, so the notes are in a different order to what our triad would be. So our third finger stays on the G that we were on for the G triad, but the second and first finger move up one step, so they are now on C and E. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so that is the introduction. We do a G triad, then the C first inversion, then we go back to the G triad, and then the C first inversion again. Okay, so I'm just going to play that intro for you, and you can try joining in as well. And again. Okay, it's just a nice little introduction to bring us into the tune. So after that, the first bar with the right hand is that. So in this first part of the tune, all I'm using are triads. So all of these chords in the main part of the tune are triads. And the first one is a G triad, and I'm playing it as separate notes. Okay, so the first two notes are quite quick and the last note is a bit longer. Okay, so that comes in, it starts with that first note in the right hand tune and continues on before I play that top G. So that's the first bit, G triad. Okay, then I'm going to move up after that. The start of the next bar, I'm going to play a B triad, but I'm going to play it as a block chord. Okay, so I'm going to play it all at once. Okay, if you can do rolled chords, which is when you do 3, 2, 1 very quickly, that's a nice thing to try. But if you can just do that and that sounds lovely. So that's at the start of that next bar where we've got, and it just rings out for the whole bar. Okay, so let's try those two chords together. If you just want to focus on right hand, that's fine. So it goes, okay, then the next part we move up one step in the left hand and it's a C triad, and this time we play it as separate notes. Okay, it's similar to that first bar in terms of the placing. Okay, so it starts with that first note of the bar and finishes before the next note there. Also for that part, because my right hand is on G, which is one of the notes that is in the C triad, I need to leave my thumb off in my left hand. Okay, so that, and place it after I've played that right hand G. Okay, so then the next part, all I'm playing in that bar is D, and with the D I'm going down one step again back to the B triad, but I'm going to play it as a separate note this time. Separate notes. So okay, so let's try those two bars together, either just left hand itself or try it hands together. So C chord, broken C to broken B chord. So here goes. Okay, right, so let's just try from the top that left hand. Okay, so we're starting with a G triad, broken G, to a B triad which is played as a block, then broken C chord, then a broken B chord. Okay, so here we go. G first, B, broken C, broken B. Okay, now the next part I go down an octave to this low C, the C below middle C, and it's a triad, and I'm going to play it broken. Okay, and that comes in with this part. Okay, so starting with this third finger. Okay, then the next part, it's a row of block triads. So I'm going to go G to E, and then C to D. Okay, so that's 2 bars worth. So if we try that together again, so G to E minor, and then C and D. Okay, so each of these chords last in 2 beats long. So if we go through these 2 bars with the right hand as well, so we've got G first, then E, then it's C, then D. Okay, let's just try that again. So and then to finish that part off, we've got a G triad shape again for this last note, but I'm going to play it a little bit differently. I'm playing it broken and coming back to B there. So I'm going up the way and back to B. Okay, just to fill out some of the space there before going back into the tune or into the middle part of the tune. So if we just try the left hand part from the start of this second line of the tune part. So that's your right hand starting in E to C, and we start on this low C triad, which is broken first, then G triad, then E, C to D, then G. Okay, let's just try it again, that line, and then we'll try it from the top of the tune. So here goes. Okay, right, from the top of the tune part, okay, so starting with our G triad in the left hand, B minor, then C and B minor. Next line which we've just done. Okay, so that's the first part with the left hand, and that repeats, and it's the exact same left hand on the repeat as well. Obviously you've got the second time bar coming in on the repeat part, but the only difference is in the right hand there, because that D comes in at the end. So da 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 da. Okay, so that comes in, that doesn't actually come in with that chord, it's coming in right after you finish that left hand in your second time through. So the next part That's the first bar. You are going to do a G triad, just play it as a block. Okay, like that. So it's... Now remember that D in the bar before is an upbeat, so it doesn't come in with that note. Okay, it's coming in with the B. Okay. The next part is also a block chord, but it's not a triad this time. It's a third apart, so it's middle C and E using 2 and 1. So it's a C third. Okay, let's try those 2 bits together. See if you can do this hands together if you can manage. If not, just focus on left hand. So we've got G triad, C third, okay, then the next bar I stay on the C third and I play that again. Okay, the start of the next bar, I'm going to put 3 fingers down from D. So I've got D, E and F just above middle C in my left hand. Okay, so these 3 notes here. Okay, and with that D in the right hand, I'm going to play... Okay, so it's D, E, F, D. So again, it's just a nice little phrase there in the left hand to fill up some of the space before the tune moves on. So if we try that whole part with the upbeat, because that's kind of part of that middle section, but remember the chord doesn't come in until after that. So G chord first, C third, C third again, then D, E, F, D. Okay, finger wise there at that left hand part, I'm just going to show you it with my right hand so you can see it a bit better. D, E, F. I'm placing my second finger back on D there. Okay, on the way back down, because I'm only needing that extra note at the end, so I'm just going to use my second finger before I play the thumb. Okay, and that just plays by itself, and again, like when we were going into the middle section, that plays itself. Then the upbeat comes in right after that. Okay, so let's just try that line another time through, and we'll just try and play along with that left hand. So upbeat first. And then we've got going back into this part, right? So we're going back in, it's the same as the first bar of the middle part, where we do a G triad again. But then your left hand has to move, after playing that chord, move up and put your middle C up. Sorry, not middle C, the C above middle C up, because you're going to play that accidental, the C sharp in the right hand. So practice trying to do that. So C up. Okay, the next chord, your left hand needs to then move back down after that to an A fifth. Okay, so it's A and E surrounding middle C. Okay, now fifths are really good in these situations. A fifth can be either major or minor. Okay, because the third note in a triad is what makes it either major or minor. So because I'm using a C sharp in my right hand, I can use an A fifth in the left and it still works because I'm not using that C natural with it. Okay, so this is a nice open chord that works well with major or minor. So that's quite a good thing to know. So if we just try it, put your C lever down and try moving from this G, putting the C up, and then A fifth. So let's try that. So with the upbeat. Okay, try it another time. Okay, and just leave the lever up for now. You've got time at the end of this passage to change that. The last little bit, there's a series of notes. We've got D first, D, C, A, and then A and D together. It's a fourth apart, which you can use 2 and 1 for. So D, C, A. Okay? And that comes in with this bit here where we go up to F. There, you can put your C lever down, okay, at the end of that phrase, because you've got time before you go back into the main tune. Okay, let's just try that again. So, okay, so the way that that's working with the left hand is the first 3 notes of that, the first 4 notes of that phrase, you're playing a left hand part with it. So it's only the last note in the right hand that is not being accompanied at that point, and that's when you have a chance to put that C lever down with your left hand, because it's free at that point. So, oops, sorry, did it wrong. And back into. Okay, and that bit at the end of that middle section, it's nice to slow down at that point. And that works quite nicely, going back into the tune. And it gives you time as well to get your left hand sorted as well after the lever change, so that's good. Right, so I'm just going to play through that whole middle part. If you want to focus on your left hand just now, then that's fine. And remember your lever change at the start of the second line, okay, and then put it back down at the end of that line. So we're just going to try the whole middle section, so starting with G triad, C third, C third again, and D, E, F. Then G triad, C up, A fifth, D, C, A and D together, C goes down. Okay, I'm just going to play it again and not say anything this time, so you can just have a go at practicing that with this. So here we go. Okay, then it goes back into the tune, the main tune we had in the first section, and the left hand is the same for that. The only difference is at the end you can finish with, instead of doing this, okay, which is that little section that we did each time at the end of that first part. Instead of doing that, we're going to have a triad shape again in our left hand, and we play that last note. But then your right hand will make a triad in G shape as well. Then your left hand can go up to get that high G. Okay, and that finishes it off quite nicely. So, with your right hand, that plays the G at first with the G triad in the left. Right, goes into a G triad. Left, up to high G. Okay, and that's just going through that little ending for you, just to make it sound a bit more rounded at the end there, for when you finish the tune. Okay, so I hope that helped, and I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. And yeah, if you want to have a go at playing the whole left hand, you can go back to the start of this video and try playing along with me playing the whole tune. That might be a good idea to try that yourself. And yeah, hope it all goes well. So, thanks very much, and I will see you later.